Good morning. Meteorologist Darla Givens here with the First Alert Action Day alert for you. There is a tornado warning in the Stockton area. I'll go ahead and show you what's happening right now on our Doppler radar. And you can see the warning boxes near the Stockton region. We are seeing a strong line of thunderstorms that are moving through the region. This storm is moving very quickly at around 40 miles per hour. What we're seeing right now, severe thunderstorms capable of producing tornadoes near Farmington. It's just 12 miles east of Stockton. This storm is actually moving to the northeast at around 50 miles per hour. We're also looking at another tornado warning near the Modesto area. As I zoom in here, you can see the line of thunderstorms passing through this region. If you do see any flying debris, please take shelter. A tornado warning means the imminent threat of a tornado is around the area. So we're looking at the Milton area at around 3:50 this morning, Rancho Calaveras. These areas could be impacted until about 3:55 this morning, so the next 10 minutes or so. Please take cover, move to a basement or an interior door if you do see some thunder or tornadoes activity across your area. As we zoom in here now, we have been picking up a strong line of thunderstorms for the past 20 minutes or so across from Yuba City to Sacramento, Knights Landing. We're also under a severe thunderstorm warning across the Sacramento region, moving into the northeast area. This storm system is going to continue to produce heavy rain, clusters of thunderstorms possible of creating those tornadoes. So just be aware of your surroundings. We are looking at rainfall amounts also very heavy at this time. Be aware of also flying debris. We're going to see strong winds associated with this system that's passing through the region. Right now, we are looking at strong winds up to 25 to 35 miles per hour. Those are the steady winds that we're seeing, but we will get some stronger gusts as these systems move through. You could see significant wind damage. That means trees possibly falling down with this system as well. I'm going to stop it here so we can zoom in a bit on these cells that are passing through the area. Right now, not seeing any rotation with these. I'm going to take off the lightning here so that we can get a better look at what we're seeing with the system passing through the region. We are going to continue to see these cells pushing through the area this morning. In Sacramento, we are looking at that severe thunderstorm warning across the region for about another 10 minutes. But as we take a look at the south of our region, we are seeing some severe storms moving through that could potentially develop some tornadic activity. Taking a look at this cell that's moving through near the Linden region right now, we are seeing a bit of circulation here as we pass through this area. Zooming in here, we are looking at that curvature that you see here. That's an indication that we are getting some rotation. So if you are out in that area, please stay indoors, find shelter. As we go to Clements as well, this entire area that we're looking at a tornado warning across this region, down into Stockton as well, Escalon, Riverbank, Modesto. This storm system is moving to the northeast. It's moving very quickly at 50 miles per hour. But nonetheless, we are in the looking at a line of thunderstorms that could produce some tornadic activity across this region. Especially, I'm looking just to the northeast of Linden. I'm looking at this curvature here that you see. That's an indication of some rotation in this cell that's passing through the area. Also looking at the Sacramento region, we're picking up a line of strong thunderstorms moving through the Gold River area, Slough House, as well as Highway 104. We could see some heavy downpours that could lead to more flooding across the area at this hour. So please just stay indoors. If you are out, take shelter. We are looking at a severe thunderstorm warning across the Sacramento region, and then more severely, a tornado warning across portions of the San Joaquin Valley. This system is moving very quickly to the northeast at around 50 miles per hour. So this cluster of thunderstorms, it is possible to create those tornadoes. We could see some widespread wind damage as well. So if you are indoors, please stay indoors. If you are out or know someone who's out, please take shelter. Avoid windows. If you are inside your home, go to a closet. We're going to definitely keep you posted on what we are expecting. So we are looking at some rotation with this thunderstorm, or this tornado warning, I should say, across the area. Near Rancho Calaveras, this is moving very quickly. In Farmington, we're also seeing those severe storms moving through that region. I'm going to put the lightning tracker back up once again. We are seeing lightning all the way from Yuba City area right now, moving into Auburn, as well as Highway 50. Jackson will start to see those storms moving into that direction as well. Now, what we're looking at, we're going to continue to see the strong line of thunderstorms moving to the northeast right now at 50 miles per hour, so very, very strong winds. It's moving very quickly across the area. We've seen these storms moving in off the coastal locations earlier this morning, but it's moving very rapidly across the valley. This is going to move into the foothill locations as well. As we take a look to see where this storm is heading, at around 4:13, San Andreas, you could be impacted. Murphy's at 4:22, 4:31 in Arnold, Tall Timber Camp at 4:37, and 4:47 Big Meadow. So keep in mind, if you are outdoors or know someone who is outdoors, please take shelter inside. What this means, we do have the potential to have tornadoes popping up across the region that you see here in these red boxes. In Modesto, we are looking at storms moving through that region that could produce tornadic activity. The one cell that I'm looking at in particular is the one here just to the west of Rancho Calaveras. We're looking at this rotation here, that cell. That is an indication of some rotation. Please stay indoors because we do have that possibility of some tornadoes touching down across this region as a strong line of thunderstorms move across the valley locations. We're also looking at the areas of Modesto, Waterford, Oakdale, all being impacted, as well as Riverbank. If you are in these areas, please stay indoors. Do not go toward your windows. And as we go to Highway 26, we're seeing a strong cell pushing through that area just to the southwest of Wallace. In Longford, you just picked up some heavy rain there as well. On Highway 4, just to the east of Centralia, you're going to see some heavy rain pushing through that region. We are seeing some rotation with this cell that's passing through the area. So that means we could have some thunderstorms or some tornadoes touching down. And with it being dark out, you cannot tell, so please stay indoors and stay away from your windows. So the strong line of thunderstorms started moving through the region about 20 minutes ago or so, and just about 10 minutes ago, the National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning. It's in effect for about the next 5 to 10 minutes. We're going to continue to see this line moving through the region as we go through the northern San Joaquin Valley and into the Stanislaus County area. As I zoom out here a bit, I'm going to track this cell that's pushing through the region. So once again, at 4:09, we could see this cell passing through Rancho Calaveras. At 4:29, San Andreas, Calaveritas at 4:36, Angels 4:43, and 4:51 in Murphy's. We are seeing a strong line of thunderstorms moving through our region that's capable of producing tornadic activity. We are seeing some of that rotation with these cells that are passing through the region. So once again, take shelter. Don't wait to hear the tornado before you move indoors to safety. We are going to continue to bring you updates throughout the morning. As I take a look here, we're still seeing that strong line of thunderstorms moving through the region. The fortunate thing, it is moving very quickly, but that also means the next areas could be impacted by this tornadic activity. We're going to see this tornado warning in effect until about 4:15, that is, this morning. We'll see that tornado warning in effect across the region. So if you are indoors, stay indoors and stay away from windows. And also, if you know people who are out heading out to work, tell them to take shelter if they are in any of these regions that could be impacted by these tornadic activities, the strong thunderstorm that's moving through the area. I'm going to clear this off here, and we'll see exactly what we're looking at as far as where these storms are headed. As you see this line here, the strong line that's moving through the region, this is the line that could produce those tornadoes. We are seeing some rotation in the clouds, and that means some instability could drop those tornadoes to the ground, not just funnel clouds. So we're looking at wind gusts up to 50, 55 miles per hour, so be careful. Also, we are seeing some hail that's possible across these regions as well. If you have you're looking at the wind speeds across the region, we could see trees falling down as well as power lines across the area. We could see the storm moving through the Valley Springs area around 4 o'clock, so just about 4 minutes from now, we could see the storm system moving across that region. If you are indoors, please stay indoors. If you know someone who is out, please tell them to take cover. What we're looking at, a strong line of thunderstorms moving through the valley locations, all the way from Chico to Yuba City, Auburn, Sacramento, as well as our foothill locations. Right now, Jackson is not in the way of this tornado warning, but we are seeing a tornado warning in portions of the northern San Joaquin Valley. In Wallace, we're seeing that strong sail moving through that region. It's producing heavy rain right now, as well as strong winds, and some hail is possible as well. As we go to Riverbank, we're starting to see it dissipate just a bit, starting to see it weaken. However, we're still in the throes of this tornado warning across the region. In Houston and Clarabelle, be prepared to see heavy rain, as well as the possibility of tornadoes moving across the region. I'm going to take a look now and see where this system is headed to next. Clarabelle about 4:15, 4:35 in Paulsell, Warnerville at 4:49, and in Cooperstown 4:56. As this system continues to push off very quickly across the region, it will start to weaken somewhat. However, we're still seeing that strong line moving through. I'm going to zoom in here to Wallace. This is the area in particularly along Highway 12 there at Wallace, just east of Lockford, that is. Now we're seeing that cell pushing through near Rancho Calaveras. We're picking up some heavy rain there, as well as the possibility of some tornadoes. So other areas that we're looking at, we're seeing Valley Springs. You could be impacted with this system as it moves through quickly across the region. We're seeing this cell moving through at around 40 to 50 miles per hour, and that's exactly how we're seeing these winds as well. Wind speeds are around 50 to 55 miles per hour. Those are some of the gusts that we are seeing associated with this cell that's moving through the region. But more importantly, a tornado warning is in effect. Okay, outside right now, let's take a live picture outside, and you can see we are looking at those thunderstorms that are producing some lightning across the area, and these are live pictures that we are taking right outside of our studio here in West Sacramento. We are looking toward downtown Sacramento. These cells are moving through very, very quickly. We're experiencing lightning, strong winds, some thunder across the region. Trees are already stressed from the saturated grounds, and what we're looking at with these winds are very strong across the area. We're going to continue to see the winds increasing as these storms pass through the region at this time. Right now, we're seeing steady winds at this hour at around 28 miles per hour for Sacramento, 33 in Marysville, a 22 mile per hour wind in Stockton. But when we have these thunderstorms moving through, they produce strong winds in addition to these steady winds across the region. So wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour possible as these storms move through the area. Taking a look at some of the stronger wind gusts across the region as these storms move through the area. 28-mile-per-hour wind right now for Sacramento, but the gust at 36 miles per hour, a gust of 30 miles per hour, and Marysville a 44-mile-per-hour wind gust at this time. But as I mentioned, with these storms, we could see wind gusts up to 55 miles per hour. Let's go back now to our Doppler radar, and you can see we're still under that tornado warning for the Stanislaus County area. Oakdale, you could be impacted by tornadic activity. The tornado warning has expired for the San Joaquin Valley location, but we're still under a tornado warning for the Oakdale area. Also, East Oakdale, we're looking at that storm system moving through that region as well. So if you are indoors, stay away from your windows. If you are getting ready for work, avoid travel right now. Just stay inside. Also, use the closet area if you do hear a thunderstorm or a tornado headed your way. Stay indoors, take shelter across this area. Now, this cluster of thunderstorms, we knew that it had the potential to create these tornadoes, the tornadic activity. So please be aware. Hope you have prepared. But we are still seeing a strong line of thunderstorms moving through the valley locations. We're still under a severe thunderstorm warning across portions of Sacramento into Placerville and Roseville. But more severely, we're under a tornado warning for the Stanislaus County area at this time. Oakdale is being impacted at this hour. We're still seeing some rotation with this system moving through. I'm going to take the lightning off, and you can see this curvature here on the Doppler, and that's a good indication that we are seeing some rotation. With this rotation, we could see these funnel clouds touching the ground. So that's why we're coming on with you right now to tell you about the potential for some tornadic activity. We could see some flying debris. We could also see some down power poles, some down trees, some down tree branches from these systems. So if you are indoors, please stay indoors, stay away from the windows. What we're looking at as well is heavy rain at this time. We are seeing rain falling across the region. The tornadic activity is going to remain in place until about 4:15, so about another 12 minutes or so. We could also see some straight line wind damage because associated with these thunderstorms are some strong winds across the area. This system is moving very quickly, about 55 miles per hour. So in addition, it's moving quickly. We have the strong winds associated with it. So we could see some damage likely to roofs, windows, and also your vehicles, unfortunately. And tree damage is likely as these strong winds pass through the region. Right now, we are seeing the system passing through East Oakdale, heading toward Knights Ferry, Paulson, Cooperstown, and Waterford also seeing strong winds across that region. So these areas are going to remain under that severe, I should say, tornado warning for the next 10 minutes or so. So what we're also looking at is heavy rain. We're going to see heavy rain passing through this area with those thunderstorms still moving through the region. I'll zoom out here a bit. As you can see, this storm, it's moving very quickly and will push up against the foothills. And we're also seeing snow in the Sierra. So as this system bumps up against that colder air, I wouldn't be surprised if we have thunder snow as well. So that means we're going to see thunderstorms bumping up against the Sierra as we get to that colder air that's moving through the area. Now, if you are on this region here in the Stanislaus County area, we're looking at strong thunderstorms moving through the Oakdale area, which could produce some tornadoes. So we're under a tornado warning across the East Oakdale region at this time. Let's take a look outside once again, because we are seeing these strong cells moving through the region, and we're getting lightning from this system, also the potential for some hail, strong winds, and some heavy downpours at times as well. So we are seeing the rain showers moving in as a strong thunderstorm passes through our region. We started off the morning pretty dry, but we're under a severe thunderstorm warning right now for Sacramento, Roseville, Citrus Heights, also portions of Solano County, southeastern Placer County, Amador, Tuolumne, Stanislaus, and San Joaquin counties. We're still seeing the sparks of lightning out at this hour. We're having wind gusts of around 50 to 55 miles per hour with heavy rain and some pea-sized hail. So these gusty winds, they could actually knock out power. We're looking at power that could be impacted across the area, as we're already seeing some saturated grounds across the region. So we are seeing this system. We've been talking about our first alert action days for the past week or so, as we're seeing these storms, one right after the other, moving across our region. We're going to stay in coverage right now because this severe, I should say, this tornado warning is going to remain in effect for about another 8 to 9 minutes or so, and that severe line of thunderstorms will continue to push off to the east. So we're not done right now. We're looking at some strong cells passing through the Cameron Park area, as well as Auburn, Yuba City, picking up heavy rain and thunderstorms across the region. Oroville as well, picking up heavy rain across the region as well. I'm going to see if I can pull up how much rain we are seeing. If this system was to stay stationary, we could see about 4 inches in an hour for portions of Cameron Park as the storm passes through. But the severe line of thunderstorms is especially impacting the northern San Joaquin Valley and also the Stanislaus County region. That's where we're under a tornado warning at this hour. We are seeing some rotation in the clouds, and that means we could have these funnel clouds dropping to the ground. So what we're asking you to do is stay indoors. If you have to go to work, please delay travel at this hour, especially if you are near areas of Eugene, Knights Ferry, Telegraph City, Copperopolis. This is where we're seeing these storms moving across the region at this hour. So we are seeing very strong cells moving across the area. A tornado warning is in effect for right now the Stanislaus County area. The tornado warning has been allowed to expire in the San Joaquin Valley. Just moments ago, Stockton, Linden, Farmington were all under this tornado warning. This storm is moving very quickly. It's moving to the northeast at around 50 miles per hour. So when the storm is in your path, you will see those heavy downpours, also the threat of the tornadic activity. Let's go outside once again, take a look to see how things are looking as far as the thunder is concerned and the lightning across the area. You may hear those rumbles of thunder across the region. I'm going to also switch it to the winds to see how those wind speeds are shaping up across the area. Currently, we're seeing winds across the valley anywhere from 22 miles per hour for Stockton, 28 miles per hour for Sacramento, 33 miles per hour for Marysville. These are steady winds that are moving through the area. The wind gusts are even stronger across the region, especially associated with this thunderstorm that's moving through the area. We are seeing winds up to 44 miles per hour. Those are some of the stronger gusts across the region. As we take a look now once again at our Doppler, we are still under that tornado warning across the Stanislaus County region. Severe thunderstorms are moving across our valley locations. We're seeing plenty of lightning strikes across the area right now for Riverbank, East Oakdale into Copperopolis. We are seeing some lightning across that region. As I take off the lightning strikes here, we'll see that strong cell that's pushing through the area. This is an indication that we are seeing some tornadic activity in the clouds, and we could see the these tornadoes actually touching the ground. Because it is dark, you can't see them coming, but you could hear them coming. So we're just advising you to stay indoors and stay away from windows. We could see trees coming down with this system. We could also see power lines coming down. And with the heavy rain, we're getting heavy rain with these cells as they're passing through the area, as well as pea-sized hail. We could see those winds, the trees coming down, because the ground is already saturated across our area. So just be aware of these cells that are pushing through the region. I'm going to track this storm to see where it is headed next. At around 4:33, Telegraph City. At 4:54, Copperopolis. You could be impacted as this strong cell moves through the area. This cell does have the potential to produce some tornadoes across our area. So our first alert action day is starting off early this morning. We're going to continue to see this cell pushing off to the north and east at around 50 miles per hour. So it is moving very quickly across the area. So therefore, we don't have it sitting, producing heavy rain all at once. But we're going to see the system continue to push out very rapidly across the area. But still, we're seeing heavy rain associated with this tornadic activity across our area. You can see it just moved quickly just to the east of East Oakdale, moving toward Copperopolis on Highway 4, east of Farmington. We're going to see heavy rain there as well. We'll also see the system moving toward Angels, but right now, Angels is outside of that tornado warning. And as this system quickly moves across the area, we're going to see those strong winds associated with it as well. So if you are at home, please stay indoors and go to the center of your home away from windows, as we could have tornadoes that are touching down. We'll definitely keep you posted of any updates if we have seen any tornadoes touching down across the area. But with these strong gusty winds, we could also see tree limbs coming down, as well as trees, because of the saturated ground. When we have winds at around 50 miles per hour, that's when we could see trees coming down across the region. And we've already seen that even with the winds that we've had previously across the area. We are going to continue to see this strong line of storms moving through the region for about the next 3 minutes or so. That's when this tornado warning should expire across our area. I'm going to zoom out here a bit to show you just how extensive this line of thunderstorm is. It's ranging all the way from Auburn, and right now we're under a severe thunderstorm warning from north of Auburn all the way to Jackson, into the San Joaquin Valley, and beyond the Modesto area. Let's go outside right now, take a look at the thunderstorm. This is actually video that we shot moments ago at the Capitol. Beautiful Capitol there, but take a look. The lightning associated with this line of thunderstorms moving through the area. We are under this severe thunderstorm warning across our region. If you can telecommute today for work, that might be best. Although this line of storms is moving through very quickly across our region at this time. We're seeing this storm moving at around 40 to 50 miles per hour. So very strong winds, very strong line of thunderstorms passing through the region, impacting areas of Stockton, Modesto, Elk Grove, Roseville, Fairfield, and we're still under that tornado warning across the Stanislaus County area. Right now, we're seeing that storm pushing through towards Copperopolis, Rancho Calaveras, and near Angel. So that's where we're going to see the storm moving through rapidly across our region, with heavy rain and strong winds across the area as well. So we're seeing some wind gusts across our region at around 44 miles per hour across the area as the storm passes through the region, I should say. Especially for the Copperopolis area, you're going to see that storm passing through the area rather quickly here. We are still seeing that strong line of thunderstorms extending throughout the valley. And as I zoom here, we're along Highway 50 in Pollock Pines. We're going to see this system pushing up toward where we're getting some snow. So we're going to see the system, strong system, moving through the Pollock Pines area at about 4:47. Morrison at around 5:11. But with this thunderstorm warning, I should say tornado warning, where we have a couple of things going on here. A severe thunderstorm warning across the area, and in addition, a tornado warning for the northern, well, it had just expired. So that tornado warning has expired for both the Stanislaus County area as well as the San Joaquin County. Right now, we're under a severe thunderstorm warning across the areas that you see here, mainly for our foothill locations. As I zoom in, we'll see heavy rain moving through areas of Auburn. In addition, we'll have strong winds. Also, pea-sized hail is possible. The storm system is moving rather quickly. It's moving to the northeast at around 50 miles per hour. We are seeing wind gusts at some times associated with this system up to 50 miles per hour, 50 to 55 miles per hour. We're seeing this storm right now passing through near the Placerville region, and by Diamond Springs by 4:33. You'll start to see heavy rain moving through that region. 440, Placerville, Old Fort Jim at around 4:51, 4:58. In Old Pino, we're looking at 5:15. Now, just about an hour ago, we did not have this activity. That's just how quickly these storms developed across our region. It was dry coming in this morning at around 2 o'clock. By 3:30, that's when this activity started increasing across the area. And the National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for all of these areas that you see here in this box. It extends all the way from Auburn south to Jackson, all the way into the Stanislaus County area, to Groveland, and just to the east of Turlock. Strong storms moving through the area that include lightning, also some small hail and heavy downpours. We're also going to see strong winds moving through the region. Coming up this morning on CBS 13 News at 4:30, we are going to have team coverage. We will have our crews out and about looking at problem areas. Meteorologist Tracy Humphrey and I will be tag teaming weather. It's days like this that we want to tell you about so that you'll know what to expect across the region throughout the day. And that's why we have these first alert days, so that you'll know what to expect. Nick Marianos, our chief meteorologist, he has been guiding us with these thunderstorms across the area. This is what we were expecting across the region and preparing you for, and it has come to light. The storm is moving through very quickly across our region. Within just the past hour, we have seen these thunderstorms pop up across the area. So a severe thunderstorm warning for the region, and that means we could see still some strong winds across the area, heavy rain, pea-sized hail, and this could cause tree limbs to come down. It could cause trees to come down, as well as power poles. With the heavy rain and the ground's already saturated, it's easy for these trees to come down, especially with winds of around 50 miles per hour. And with the heavy rain, we could still see some rises on our creeks and our streams. We're still under a flood watch in some of our locations and flood advisories in other locations. So just be aware. Just want to show you the potential for these severe isolated thunderstorms, and that's exactly what we're seeing across the area right now. We talked about this last night, that you could see some isolated thunderstorms across the region, and that's exactly what we're having at this hour. I want to show you our futurecast right now to see exactly how things are going to shape up for your morning commute. If you can stay home for the better part of the morning, do so. And this is exactly what we're seeing right now, that strong line of cells moving through the Auburn area at this hour. We're going to continue to see this storm quickly pushing off to the north and to the east, and we're going to have those snow levels lowering as well, because this is a cold part of the system that's moving through our region. So we're going to have snow levels lowering for a bit. We will get some breaks in the activity. However, if you notice along the coastal locations, we're going to have more stronger cells that are going to push through the region that could produce more thunderstorm activity. I don't think quite as severe as what we're seeing this morning at this hour, but we'll see isolated showers passing through that could produce some heavy downpours at times as those cells move in. This will go through the noon hour. We'll still see some breaks, and that's another potential for some tornadic activity as well. When we have clearing, we do have that chance for some destabilization in the atmosphere. That's what we're seeing right now because we do have that cold core that's moving through the area at this hour. But with that clearing in the afternoon, we could see some thunderstorms popping up once again. So by 4 o'clock, the evening commute will start to dry out in the valley locations. We'll continue to see snow across the Sierra, but here in the valley through the evening, we'll start to dry out and get a break from the wet weather. So we'll have at least one day, Wednesday, to dry out a bit before the next round of wet weather heads our way and the potential for some strong storms as well. Going back now to our first alert Doppler radar, we're still under a severe thunderstorm warning. That's in effect because we're seeing a strong line of thunderstorms in our area. Even Grass Valley, even though you're not in that warning area, you're still picking up some lightning and some thunderstorm activity. But we're seeing thunderstorms, a strong line of thunderstorms all the way from Auburn along Highway 50, Cameron Park, Pollock Pines, Placerville, picking up some heavy rain at this hour. And as we go to Amador and Jackson, still picking up some of that heavy rain across the region. Now, earlier this morning, just about 30 minutes ago or so, the National Weather Service did issue a tornado warning for portions of Stanislaus and San Joaquin counties. That tornado warning has been allowed to expire. However, we are seeing this strong line of thunderstorms, which has prompted a severe thunderstorm warning across the areas that you see here. Copperopolis and moving into Groveland, we're going to see those storms moving across the region. I'm going to track this for you to see where this cell is heading to next. Malones at around 442, Columbia at 454. You could expect heavy downpours, strong wind, some heavy rain at times, as well as some pea-sized hail. Twain Harte at 513. You can see the system headed your way. So if you can, stay indoors right now. Don't try to head out to work. Maybe you could telecommute for the first part of the day, because as I showed you, we will see some clearing throughout the day, but there's still the potential to have some isolated showers and thunderstorms popping up once again this afternoon because of that clearing that could cause some destabilization in the atmosphere. But right now, we're still under a severe thunderstorm warning across the area until about 4:30 this morning, so about another 7 minutes. But we are going to keep you updated as these storms move through the area with our First Alert Action Day. We'll let you know what to expect for the rest of the day. We will have our crews all across the valley this morning, and we have a photographer headed up to the Sierra because we are seeing significant snow with this system as well. We'll see about another 1 to 2 feet of snow across the area as this system moves through the region. Right now, once again, we're under a severe thunderstorm warning across the valley and moving into the foothills at this hour. We're seeing heavy rain across foothill locations as well as thunderstorms that are moving through. So we have the potential for pea-sized hail. We have lightning happening at this hour. Diamond Springs, you're getting hit right now with some strong winds, heavy rain across the area along Highway 50. Coming up on CBS News this morning, meteorologist Tracy Humphrey and I, we will be covering the weather. We will have our crews on the grounds to see exactly what is going on from a street level view as this storm system pushes through the region. Please join us in about 6 minutes.